What's going on, everyone? What you're going to be seeing here, obviously, in the background is about, I don't know, just over a day, which is, I don't know, eight or so matches of the new DLC Aftermath. What you're going to be seeing is, well, days worth of highlights. It'll incorporate some Scavenger, it'll incorporate some Rush, some Conquest, it'll incorporate just about everything. A day's worth of highlights ain't going to be that great, but figured everyone else, all the other YouTube commentators are putting something out, so I might as well give something out for you guys to enjoy, even if it's not spectacular. Basically, the newest thing that they gave you was obviously the crossbow, which has been advertised for weeks, and the new mode Scavenger, which I have a separate video that I actually just made that I'll be uploading in the near future, breaking down what that is and showing you what it is. If you haven't bought Aftermath, you're not sure what it is, you haven't been reading the Battlefield or the battle log updates, basically it'll be a video breaking down what it is and showing you a match I happen to do pretty decent in for it. This video here is just going to be a mix-up of highlights worth of a day of pretty much every single match I played, and using the crossbow as well. I'll also be doing a video in the near future breaking down the crossbow and like the crossbow bolts, each one, and what its strengths and weaknesses are. For the most part, my general consensus opinion on, well, this is only about a day's worth of highlights, but I've been playing, I don't know, quite a few days worth as of late for it. General first impressions on it are, well, it's really visually nice to look at. Like, it's very nice to look at. Obviously, you'll be seeing in the background here, it's pretty nice to look at. Well, that's my opinion, but maybe you'll have the same opinion. It's visually very, very nice to look at. It's stunning. Like, a lot of the first few matches where I was first put into them were me basically just walking around, looking around. Like, I seriously, like, I was more looking around than actually playing strategy. Obviously it'll come to me, it'll probably come to everyone else as you go, but I've noticed that I'm regularly caught out of position. I don't know flank routes yet. Regularly get myself into troublesome situations. Plus I've noticed it's obviously a lot of the diehards, the diehard Battlefield players, the high level guys, the guys that put in a lot of time, the better players. So it's a mix of you not knowing where to go, what to do, the flank routes, the hot areas, versus guys that actually not only have been playing more than me, but also they're very good as well. So you're obviously going to struggle when you start at first. Most people probably will. That's not just me. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, most of the maps are visually astonishing to look at. Like, they're very nice, even on console. And I'll be the first to admit, as a guy that's grew up playing PC, like a lot of you guys didn't know that, I guess. I grew up playing on PC, for the most part. I played like Soldier of Fortune 2, Double Helix, Wolfenstein, quite a few of the other fun games, like the original Diablo. I played a lot of those. They were fun, they were great. But then when my buddies bought consoles, that's when I made the jump over to console, and that's actually when I got into the YouTube thing. So that's why all my videos have come from a console. But as of late, because I bought a good laptop, the only bad thing about it is the video card. Video card's not that great on it, so it doesn't really run Battlefield 3 all that well for PC. Most of the specs that I've have for it were playing at my buddy's house and playing here. The first two things I've noticed with playing Battlefield on PC is that for me, since I had that long break between transitioning in PC and console, there's a lot more to incorporate, like at least in my experience. Jumping into and using like the key mappings is far different. Like, flying a chopper took me about a day to get used to, but I'm not anywhere near as good at flying it as I am on console, believe it or not. But I do notice that flying jets much easier. Compared, like, the learning curve for flying jets is probably a lot easier than it was, because it took me a while to learn how to fly jets on console. I can already fly them now on PC, and I've had Battlefield 3 for PC for a couple of weeks, but my laptop doesn't run it all that well. I haven't been playing it all that much, but I've been playing it more lately, trying to suffer through, the choppiness even on lowest settings. and playing with a shit internet connection. But I've noticed I can already take off with a jet. It's pretty easy. But I've noticed on average, just about with everything, and I'm not going to get into the whole PC versus console debate because I think it's pretty stupid and illogical. But yeah, for the most part, the competition level I've noticed is higher. Like I can hold my own fine, but because of my PC experience. But I do notice that a lot of the people that would defend PC with their lives, saying, you know, the difference between console and PC players is staggering. It's not. At least in my playing, in my experience, in my opinion. Feel free to disagree. I've noticed, like, I can still flank, no problem. I can get behind people, get 3-4 man feeds with ease. But yes, I will agree. On average, the competition level's higher, and because everyone's using a mouse, they can be far more precise and have longer range when using assault rifles, sniper rifles, and like flying jets using vehicles. Much easier. But that's why on average you'll notice that everyone else has an upped skill level. So that's my experience with PC, at least early on. The main difficulty I've been having is, besides the fact that my laptop won't run it all that well, is the fact that I'm like only level 8. So I'm regularly facing Colonel 30s and up where they have everything unlocked and I don't. So that's been a bit of a problem. But outside of playing that, I've been obviously again big into Borderlands 2. I've been saying that for the past few videos, but I'm a huge fan of it. I've been hooked on it. I haven't even been playing Battlefield on my console as of late very much at all. But Borderlands 2 is so much fun. I've had a great time with it. I do have a question for you guys though. If I did buy a software or download it that would actually be able to record PC footage, would you be interested in seeing Borderlands, or would you be more interested in seeing just PC footage in general and not so much Borderlands? Question out to you guys. Let me know if you want to see Borderlands, and well, I'll tape some of it and show you. I'm not going to do Let's Plays, but maybe I'll show you how to beat like Invincibles. But yeah, I got a little bit sidetracked. First impressions on the first day with regard to going on Aftermath. I think the maps are visually astonishing, like I was saying. But for the most part, I actually do think too, besides Back to Karkin, that it's actually the best DLC since. I didn't really like Close Quarters all that much. I didn't really like it's called Armored Kill all that much. I thought it was overhyped. Maybe it's better on PC, but I haven't liked it for console all that much. But anyway, maybe I'll give a further breakdown of it in the near future. I'll definitely be giving a breakdown of the crossbow, as you'll be seeing footage here for it. I'll break down, you know, what it takes to unlock it, the specialties of the bolts, everything of the sort. Expect more Aftermath footage in the future. Let me know what you think about me playing on PC for Borderlands. Let me see if you want to see Borderlands, and I'll see you later.
Enemy machine gunner spotted, over.